Okay, this is the easy way I use to straighten fence posts. So let me show you down here. This has taken about a week. I just watered it again. Put the hose down here and just let it trickle. What you want to do is just soak this area. I've got a rope tied from here. You can see it's all the way down to the tree with a ratchet strap at the end. Now if you look, I've actually over pulled it because whenever I let the tension off, it will bounce back. So I'm going to let this sit here for about 3 or 4 days until this dries up down here. But really, you just slowly, because this I wish I should have done this when I started, but this post was like this. I mean, it was seriously over. And so I ran this down here. You can see I got a ratchet strap with a bucket hanging from it, which is empty now. I don't really need any water in it. But if you're familiar with these, I would loosen it all the way up and then grab this and get it as tight as I could. I'd be yanking on it and then start ratcheting it and get this thing. It was almost like a guitar string. It's still pretty tight. Then you fill this bucket up with water about halfway. You don't want to snap the post. I filled it up to about right here. Now we just let it set for about 2 days. And I could look out the windows, and this thing would be here. It'd drop about 1 foot, 2 foot, and then it tells you it's time to come out here and retension it. And now it's done. I'm just letting it. I dumped the water out this morning. I went and sprayed this again, and I'm just going to let it sit here for a day or so, 2 days, till it dries. And then I'll take the tension off and see where it sits. And if it sits up pretty straight, it'll be good. If it need to put tension back on it, I will. It takes a little time, but it's worked for me all the time. I've straightened out this fence right here. This one was leaning real bad. And I would go from here to this oak tree, and I'd have like 3 lines coming into one, and then one to the oak tree with the bucket right here. And I've lived here 20 years, and this is the second time I've had to do this. So about every 10 years or so, and that's because none of these posts, except for these, none of these have cement. They're just driven in the ground. So wind and whatever in the way to the fence all on one side pulls it over. But this is real easy to do. It's very effective. And as long as you don't go He-Man on it and hang off of this thing, it's extremely safe. You're not going to snap the posts unless they're rotted. And if they're rotted, then you need new posts. I mean, duh. But everybody should have. I mean, ratchet straps are cheap. You get a bucket, and this is that Harbor Freight rope, which is really good rope. I wouldn't like rock climb with it, but as far as straightening fences and tying crap down the back of your truck, it works great. So just thought I'd pass along this idea. It's something I've used all the time. I just came up with the idea one day. I'm sure I'm not the first person. It just takes time, but this one's taken about a week. I remember this one over here. I was really afraid of bending that metal pole, and and I was doing 3 at a time. I did those. That one was fine. I did these 2. Then these 3 right here, these 3. It took about a month, but I wasn't shaking it every day, and this thing would be hanging down. Come out here and tighten it, but it just takes patience, man. And it really works good. So give it a shot. I guarantee you'll like it. See ya.